Let's talk about Merchant One credit card processing. And so here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. Let's first define what the company we're talking about here. So what is Merchant One? So Merchant One is actually a financial services company specializing in credit card processing and e-commerce payment processing. It is actually headquartered in Miami Beach, Florida, and was founded in 2000. And Merchant One works with startups, small businesses, and large organizations in retail, restaurant, hospitality, business to business, B2B, e-commerce, and also event industries. So this is kind of cool. And the credit card processor says it has a 98% approval rate and approves most accounts in within 24 hours. So if you're looking for a fast approval, you will love Merchant One. And Merchant One also does work with merchants that have less than perfect credit and those in higher risk industries. So if you have bad credit, you will also want to try your luck with Merchant One. Merchant One is a fit-serve reseller of a Clover point of sale systems and offers additional services such as check processing, cash advances, and gift or rewards cards. So when you think about Merchant One, I want you to think about a service that's compatible with all e-commerce shopping carts. This capability supplies Interchange Plus or custom transaction rates, no early termination fees for qualified merchants. You have a service that provides a free basic card reader terminal, and they also offer 24/7 unlimited customer service and support. So this is kind of cool. So Merchant One overall, when you think about Merchant One, think about a player that provides credit card processing and other financial services, including check processing and e-commerce payment gateways. It also allows merchants to process in-store CNP, so CNP card not present. You also have online transactions through Visa, MasterCard, and American Express, as well as Discover. And Merchant One also supports in-store card-present PayPal transactions. Additionally, Merchant One will process EBT transactions for merchants who qualify for this payment service. So this is not a problem at all. New accounts receive a free payment terminal card reader, and Merchant One offers 4 mobile card terminal options. It's a fit-serve reseller, as I said before, and sells the complete lineup of Clover P.O.S. systems, including Clover Go, which is a mobile card terminal, Clover Flex, Clover Station, and Clover Mini. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. What kind of specs are we talking about here when we speak about Merchant One credit card processing? First of all, how does Merchant One really work? Merchant One provides a custom code over the phone, sends the application through an approval process, and then contacts the merchant to verify account information. And companies that select the payment gateway can set it up immediately, whereas Merchant One ships physical card readers within 3 to 7 days. And the dedicated account manager is the go-to person for any questions regarding hardware shipping timelines or gateway installation methods. So here is how Merchant One works. So you have to contact Merchant One. So call the toll-free phone number or submit a web form with your contact details to receive a call from an account manager. And then you have to apply for an account. So the account manager will verify your information and really offer a merchant processing agreement. And you actually have to accept the agreement. So if you agree with the contract terms, the account manager will submit your application for approval. And then you have to speak with the welcome team. So Merchant One processes most applications within 24 hours. And if approved, follows up to confirm your settings and information. And then you have to work with your account manager. So once everything is actually set up, your account manager can answer any questions about ordering or using the terminal, integrations, or e-commerce payment gateways. This is actually kind of important, especially if you have an omni-channel sort of presence. Let's say you have an online presence, but also you have an offline brick and mortar presence. This is kind of important. And then you process and receive payments for credit card transactions. So your account manager will review how to transmit credit card processing data and the expected time to pay. And so again, when we talk about credit card that are accepted, you have all 4 categories of credit cards. You have Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and also Discover. Okay. And so Merchant One provides a free EMV NFC ready payment terminal for new customers. So it's one of those things where if you're a new customer, you just want to avail yourself of that. And also one thing I need to say here is that Merchant One actually It has a complementary and paid terminals that connect to Merchant One via a telephone or Ethernet connection. In addition, several will run over a Wi-Fi connection. And so Merchant One also works with a Clover POS systems. They offer mobile processing terminals. So this is kind of cool. And the service also has a gateway business model. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Merchant One. So this is a Merchant One credit card processing review. Continuing on when it comes to the setup with Merchant One, there are some hardware options for credit card processing with Merchant One. So you have P.O.S S80. So Merchant One offers a free P.O.S S80 terminal for new contracts. This payment terminal has built-in printer and supports smart magnetic stripe and contactless cards. And then you have a P.O.S S500. So this card reader is Wi-Fi enabled with a built-in printer. It supports contactless, mag stripe, and chip payments. Plus, as a merchant, you can load an optional 230-foot roll of printing paper. It really depends upon the industry you're in. So you also have an FD130. So Merchant One provides a complimentary first data terminal for new clients. This features Wi-Fi connectivity, touchscreen capability, and a built-in printer. You also have Verifone VX520. So new customers can select the Verifone VX520 for their free terminal with Merchant One. It has a built-in printer, keypad, and monochrome LCD screen. Then you have a Clover station. So this standalone POS system has a 14-inch touchscreen with a built-in receipt printer, barcode scanner, and camera. It actually works over wired Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and cellular, which is in other words LTE. And then you have a Clover Mini. So the Clover Mini is actually a compact POS system that works with Stripe. Actually, not Stripe, Swipe. You have a deep depth. You have or cash payments. It has a built-in printer and works over Wi-Fi, cellular, or a wired internet connection. So the bottom line is what? Whether you are looking for a Clover Mini, Clover Flex, Clover Go, or whether you're going for a BBPOS, BBFOS chipper, you really have to make sure that the whatever setup you have with Merchant One fits your operational capability. Okay. And in terms of payment gateways, Merchant One offers basic, advanced, and e-commerce payment gateways with shopping cart integrations and virtual terminals. It also provides APIs and SDKs for custom payment solutions, and payment gateways include an invoice generator and report. So this is kind of cool. And Merchant One they have a mobile app, but the mobile app is not fully developed as of yet. So it's one of those things where if you're looking for a mobile app, you do not want to really sort of rely on Merchant One for that. Let's talk about integrations here. So what does Merchant One integrate with? So Merchant One's payment gateway integrates with more than 175 to 200 shopping carts for turnkey operations, including 3D card, Magento, Open Card, Smart Card, and Wix. So this is kind of cool. So if you have a heavy focus on e-commerce, you will love that. They're still working on their integrations to Shopify and BigCommerce and WooCommerce, by the way. And so Merchant One also provides plugins for QuickBooks, WordPress, Drupal, and Joomla. Merchant One offers APIs, webhooks, and mobile SDKs for businesses that want custom integrations. And also, if you want custom integrations, you can actually have it. You can have it through Zapier. So this is totally possible. And Merchant One actually connects to several POS systems, such as Clover. I've already said that. Aloha, of course, Macros, and Metaderv. And in addition, the gateways are compatible with Authorize.net, PayEasy Gateway. You also have PayFlow, you have Pro, you have PayTrace Gateway, and USA ePay. And integration resources and instructions are available through the merchant portal or when speaking with your account manager about fees and implementation. So the capabilities are definitely there. Do we have some add-on services that Merchant One offer? Yes, they do offer several add-on services. So besides credit and debit payments processing services, Merchant One offers add-on hardware, including mobile card readers. So they have mobile card readers. So they have standalone payment terminals and POS systems. It may charge you It may charge additional fees for its payment gateway services and or advanced gateway features like API or SDKs. And so Merchant One also provides various add-ons to the payment processing agreement for brick and mortar and e-commerce businesses, such as check services. It's one of those things where if you are in an industry where you want to actually avail yourself of the check services, you want to go with the Merchant One, not a problem. And other options include gift cards, loyalty programs, and text marketing. So it's always important to speak to your account manager to explore options, features, and pricing for each add-on service. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Merchant One credit card processing. So this is a Merchant One credit card processing review. I want to dig a little deeper here by saying that Merchant One does not have a free trial. So if you're looking for a free trial with Merchant One, you don't have it. However, you can get a free quote and speak with your account manager to learn about your options before signing a contract. It's one of those things where it's so important to review your credit card processing agreement before signing anything, including reading the fine prints. And it's one of those things where you might be better off actually to hire a lawyer and pay that person like $200 or $300 to help you review the fine prints before signing anything. And so what about security features here? Well, Merchant One is PCI compliant, which is really important. It's actually the standard in the industry nowadays, meaning that when we talk about PCI, it means that Merchant One meets the PCI data security standards, okay, which provide rules for handling customer payment data. All payment processing subscriptions include PCI support, and the payment gateways offer data security and fraud detection. And Merchant One doesn't supply details about additional security measures online. And an account manager and Merchant One's terms of service can further explain various privacy and security methods that you can actually you'll be subject to. Okay, and you may have the option to add Clover Security Plus if you purchase a Clover POS system. And this service monitors for viruses and uses encryption and tokenization technology. And in terms of customer support, well, Merchant One provides 24/7 customer and technical support via a toll-free phone number. This is really good. They also have an email and they also have an online form. In addition, all accounts come with a dedicated account manager. However, it doesn't offer a live chat channel, knowledge base, or online tutorials. So it's one of those things where when it comes to users online, it's a little limited here. Merchant One says that every new account receives unlimited training, and it doesn't cut your customer support level after a certain number of hours. As a Fiserv reseller, Merchant One also offers assistance with setting up or troubleshooting Clover's POS system. What about pricing? I want you to look on the screen right now for pricing. So what are Merchant One credit card fees and plans? So I want you to go on the screen. So there's no setup fee. This is really good. And there is a terminal placement program. And in terms of qualified swapped rates, you have 0.29 to 1.55%. For qualified keying rate, it's actually 0.29% to 1.99%. And there is a monthly fee of $13.95, which is really a little different from players such as PayPal or Square that don't charge you a monthly fee. And in terms of equipment lease terms, you have flexible lease terms for all business types. That's what we love about Merchant One. So regardless of the industry you're in, or regardless of your credit score, no matter what credit score you have, you will still will be able to access the flexible lease terms. So Merchant One overall offers custom rates for flat fees on or interchange plus, including qualified, mid-qualified, and non-qualified transactions. In addition, Merchant One may charge fees for each attempted credit card authorization and for each time there is a transmitted settlement transaction. And so this credit card processor may require non-qualified customers to pay an early termination fee if services before the 3-year contract actually were to end. Okay, so it also reserves the right to increase or add fees and will mail a notice 30 days before the change takes effect. And so Merchant One's terms of service said that the credit card processor will immediately charge the customer a monthly minimum processing fee once an application is approved. And the cost of chargebacks varies by the bank card provider. And Merchant One may also charge chargeback fees. And so there are a few. It's important to understand that when we talk about Merchant One, we're talking about qualified swap, cheap transaction fees. We're talking about qualified keying rates. We're talking about monthly fees as well. So you have a constellation of costs that you need to account for if you're thinking about Merchant One credit card processing. Let's talk about the rivals here. So when we talk about Merchant One, is Merchant One the only player in this field? No, you have a lot of players. And so you have, for instance, Stacks. So Stacks, they are charging you a monthly fee of $99. Actually, it starts at $99. And in terms of online fee, it's 0% plus 15 cents. For swap chip fee, you have 0% plus 8 cents. That's for Stacks. Then you have a Payment Depot. Here you have a monthly fee of $79. That starts rather at $79. And online fee, you have interchange plus 15 cents. And swapped chip fee, you have interchange plus 15 cents as well. And then you have a third player. You have Merchant One. So, this is not a third player. This is actually the player we're talking about. But I wanted to say that Merchant One is actually sort of interesting because of the flexibility they offer in terms of their pricing. What about another player here? You have National Processing. And National Processing has a monthly fee of $9.95 and up. And online fees varies, and swapped chip fees also vary. Then you also have Block, formerly Square. Actually, there's no monthly payments, but you have online fees and swapped chip fees. So 2.9% plus 30 cents for online fees, and swapped chip fees 260% plus 10 cents. And then you also have another player here. You have Pro Merchant. So Pro Merchant will charge you a $7.95 for a monthly fee, and their online fees and swap fees actually vary. And you also have PayPal. So PayPal will charge you actually, they don't charge you anything on a monthly basis, but in terms of online fees, they're charging you 1.50%. For swapped chip fees, they're charging you 2.70%. So you can see that when we analyze this whole industry, if you have a player, a credit card processing provider that doesn't charge you a monthly fee, they actually will charge you higher online fees, higher swapped fees, higher chip fees. But if they charge you a larger monthly fee, then the fees, the transactional fees are really lower. So it's one of those things where you have to ask yourself, if you're a large volume volume business, it's just better to go with a monthly fee. But if you have a very, let's say, sporadic transactional volume, then you want to go with a PayPal or a Square So this is how you actually will save money in the long run, because it's all about saving cash in the long run. Because and then the cool thing is you are able to change plans once business picks up anyway. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly do a recap here. So in today's conversation, I spoke to you about Merchant One credit card processing. So I gave you an overview. I give you the specs, the pricing, the rivals, and then the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.